John. The kiln has been moved out.
Oh my God.
We've milled up a couple of the logs already and poured a cement pad there.
Wow. So that's the kiln parts that we have, but then you built a kiln around
Yeah,
it.
yep. So these are our new pens that you've seen. Those have been demoed. We're getting ready to redo those. Those guys are building the baskets now. Dining hall, much further along. Oh, you're gonna like this, Phil. My dad's here. We gotta go actually do some work. So.
Yeah, how are you?
Mr. Hansen,
Yep,
so good to see you. You're looking good for 90 in a week.
in a week,
You turned 90 last weekend, right?
27th of June.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
This
yep.
is Phil Shanahan. He's a friend of mine, and he's going to be documenting your party.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh, goodness sake.
we're going to have a nice movie for that.
Oh, yeah. I think we got truck stuck in the lawn down there now.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yep. You're gonna break the camera.
Hey. He doesn't like the camera. Camera shot. Okay, yeah, so here's the plan for the tables, okay? We're going to basically do like a sunburst, okay? So linear, out every direction. The last piece on each buffet line. Hey, are you guys paying attention? Yes. Last position on each buffet line will be the cutting the prime rib, and then chicken, da-da-da. So they won't actually have to be that long. I think there's 5 different salads and chicken and prime rib. So we'll have 2 lines here, 2 lines here, and then they're going to exit, and we want to keep one open road right here in front of the stage where everybody can go. So every, sun blade, whatever you want to call it, every fan line will break right here. And then, one coming out here, one coming out there, right there.
And just keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going all the way across, etc.
Just
Maybe
like
not so
spokes
much on
coming
the
out
end.
of this.
They start at the cocktail hour, 4:30. They're going to go up to and through the first bit of service. Then once everybody has gone through the line, Gary Hardy and the Memphis 2 start. They will play their hour and 15 minutes or so. It'll still be open. Then we break. We sing happy birthday to my dad. My sister's got some sort of show planned. And then we invite everybody to take their chairs, anybody from the back, whoever wants, my dad, etc. Take their chairs from where they're sitting and then just line up on the stage. Because you want to see this guy. You want to be close enough to see his magical fingers dance.
They can be adjusted easily.
Yeah, we'll see how much light we have.
Hey, Rex, the chandeliers.
I mean, those will be fine. But we can those need to go back here.
Those there.
Yeah.
Do you want those other ones too?
We don't want to move them any further. This is right to the.
What do we need to go do?
Can we go?
Yep, let's go do it. You got the tools in your truck?
See, you said you got rain last night.
We could use one here.
Yeah. You can take my pickup, Rex.
No, I've had them in my pocket.
Well, we don't have enough seats.
Oh, so how many seats we need?
3.
3? There's room for 3 in there.
Okay,
One
there's 3.
in the back.
Room for 3. Where's the parking?
Okay.
Oh. Why did they live in dugouts, not build a soddy?
Well, they had to live in something quick.
Oh.
That's her, Christina, I think, was only a couple months old when her husband died.
And they were still living. How long did they live in that? Well, but she had her dad here, didn't she?
Yeah, he come over,
Yeah.
lived with her for a while.
Man.
Somehow, going out here.
Yeah.
People just didn't used to do it. saying that don't happen. It's going to go further up, but I can do that. You want me to do that?
Yeah, I can do it. Oh, you want to catch him on the downstroke? Yeah. Oh, good, right there. You got him. Now, you went too far down. You got greedy.
I can go back up.
Wait, hold on.
I can go back up. Don't drop it. I can go back up.
I got it.
I can go back up easily.
You go up?
Huh?
Are you at the bottom or where are you at on this?
Oh shit!
And so he's in the back by himself, pitching out hay, and it's snowy and cold outside. Well, the pickup runs over a big frozen cow turd, jerks the steering, and pulls the four-wheel drive into neutral. And the pickup starts, of course he's going downhill, so the pickup starts to take off. Then what happened, Dad?
I run trying to catch it, but then I fell down. The pickup went down the cedar trees.
He couldn't ever get in.
Nope, going too fast.
Was that the end of that pickup? Johnny's mental later. We can do this at high speed. He can be a little more aggressive now. He can be a little more careful with shooting. But it was going to need a little site development. What the fuck? Is that? Yes. What the fuck? So here's the pool and here's the grade school for Torval and Lucy. So that's fine. And so we're on Park Avenue. And I put in a little retaining wall.
So what about all the power lines and stuff?
They're
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, they're taking them out, and they're going to bore under.
And this was just a,
It was an empty lot. So there is a road, so back where that feedlot is, if you can go, you can turn where that feedlot is,
yeah.
and go, and you can go straight to the ranch house that way. But the last 6 miles are up and down. And Curtis started out, you know, it was the county, well, it wasn't the county seat, but it's the biggest town in Frontier County, and they had a state-ran high school. So if you can imagine in the early 1900s, there were like 5 K through 8 schools right around here. We're all within a couple miles. Because every quarter mile was another family. And sometimes there were 2 families there. And of course, they were walking, so none of these schools were very far. So the whole state had a problem of, you had K through 8 education, and to provide high school education, they started a state high school in Curtis. So you could, at your choice, send your kids to state high school, and it was dormitories and everything, just like college is now. And so anybody who didn't live close to a larger town that had a high school did that. So my dad went to Curtis because that was the closest, biggest town. But he had kids from all over the state, you know, all farm kids, go to high school with him. So growing up, my dad knew everyone in the damn state. It was like we couldn't go any place without him having to talk to somebody for an hour. Very frustrating when you're a little child. You're like, Dad, when are we going? Oh, so this right here is the original half section that my Greek grandparents homesteaded in 1890.
1890?
1890.
Wow.
They call them a dugout, and you just dig a hole in the side of a hill, and then you get what timber you can and branches and cover it up. And so they had 2 of those side by side that were, you know, they were both about 10 by 10, and that was it was her brother, eventually her dad, her husband, and 4 kids lived in those 2 dugouts.
2 10 by 10 dugouts.
Yes.
Wow.
So the floor, 2 walls, and part of the ceiling are dirt. You're living in a cave. And then my great grandfather, Jens Hansen, he and his first wife, they lived in a sod house. They had the traditional sod house that they built. They got out here in the spring in time when it was wet enough that they could cut sod, make a house. But then it was her husband got pneumonia coming back from Curtis in a rainstorm, and he died. And so it was just her and her dad and brother for a while. And then her dad and brother, they moved over and settled this acreage over here and built this house that we're going to come up by shortly. So this is the house that my great-great-grandfather built here. Pull in. It needs a little TLC. Actually, nobody's living in it at the moment. But it needs a new roof, but otherwise on the inside it's all updated and all good to go. But definitely needs a new roof.
So do you guys own this land?
No, that's Torval Hansen. So Kindy's dad owns it.
Oh, okay.
And so this down here is one of the original schoolhouses. Actually, my dad walked from there to this school for 3 years. I think he went 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade.
There were no snow days then.
Yeah. He literally did walk uphill both days because he was down and then up. So, but yeah, so Torval, Lucy, and Court Jane, they always think of this as Grandpa's school. So there you go. And that was, you remember I told you the other year my dad ran into his 2nd grade teacher? Well, that was the school he was at. So when Dad was 88 years old, he saw in the airport in Denver his 2nd grade teacher, and she was 95. And they were going to be on the same flight to North Platte.
Oh my God.
So, unbelievable. Right now we are spot on, maybe even a little ahead on the moisture.
Oh, that's good.
Last year we had good rain up until June 10th. Then we got 1.5 inches at the end of July, and we didn't get nothing again until February. Have you seen the feedlot?
No.
Oh yeah.
Is it on the way to the houses?
Yeah, it's on the way back to North Platte.
Okay.
These elevators are still equipped with where you can drive a truck onto something, and then they have a chain platform that picks up the front of the truck and dumps it for you, rather than having to
A dump.
hoist on it.
Right.
Crazy. So yeah, there's prime beef right there. All right, Eddie. Bring us home.
She seems a million miles away. When she walks by, you don't know what to say.
That one was beautiful.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, we got a new boat and a jet ski over there, but everybody's seen a boat and a jet ski. But this is the grand prize when you get down here. So every other year they drain the lake down and you can do beach work. These boathouses will be gone and 2 matching houses up there. So they're going to be mirror image of each other with a courtyard in the middle. It'll be awesome. Yeah, I cannot wait. I should have a free week maybe in August. I'm going to get up here with the John Deere skid steer. I'm just going straight through that house.